So let's start off with making our cube. So I'm just going to, once again, if I hold down Option and click, I can basically make a copy of this, let go. And with this, I'm actually going to do that again. I'm going to do a top and side. So I hold down Option and drag up here. We'll get that. And then same thing, Option and then drag over. And now I've got my two sides. So the top side, we'll say that that's the side that's getting the most sunlight. So I'm just going to double click here and drag that over so we get a little bit more of a lighter color. And over here, we'll make that a little bit darker. I double clicked and went into isolation mode, which is not a big deal. But if we double click here, we'll make that a little bit darker. All right. Now we actually got to make this into a cube because it just looks like an L. To do that, we're going to manipulate our paths. So if I go up here and change it over to the white arrow, if I hover over top, you can see without anything selected, it says path. And what's really cool is I can just take that path, and that's going to move the path and the two dots that are next to that to kind of follow up. And so I can kind of create a top there and do the same thing here. I'm just going to take this side here, path, and the same thing. I'm just going to kind of have it follow over there. And actually, I think this would be a little bit more the way it would look. So I can kind of rework that. So now we have a little box. Pretty easy. And once you've done that, another thing that's really important, just because we've got this whole thing put together, if I hit Command G, that will group them. And if you look over here on our layers, you can see here we've got this group, and I can call this cube. All right, and if I want to, I can actually manipulate any of these within that cube by clicking on them individually. And once again, you can select these individually by clicking on those little dots there. All right, so there's my cube.